Contrast Uncut, yeah, you know that's us. Where we only speak the real and the real rock with us. Where we motivate the people and politic on success. Oh no, we ain't DJ Khaled, but they swearing we the best. Contrast Uncut, contrast Uncut, contrast Uncut, contrast Uncut.
What's happening? It's Contrast Uncut. It's season 4, episode 28. I want to make sure I give a big shout outs to Uncle Snoop's Army and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. It's your host, Zylo, aka DJ $1 like I won some money. Ladies and gentlemen, today we got a really incredibly dope special guest. He's an actor, producer, humanitarian, fashion, and health guru. You know, he is widely known for his roles in All American, which is one of my favorite shows, and S.W.A.T, and as well as he had a nice role in Boys in the Hood just to set up the history of what this brother's been capable of doing. And he's just continued to hit the screen and put his passion in direction that will make you comfortable and fall in love with all of his characters, because this brother has been through enough that he can showcase it on the screen, off the screen, and how to show you how to become a better man, because he knows what right looks like. And if you don't know who I got on the show by now, it's all good. We got all episode to chop it up with the mega talented Kareem Grimes, everybody.
What it do, Zylo, my guy. Lakers, let's go.
Come on. It's that spirit. They don't understand.
Exactly. I feel it, bro. I feel it.
Come on, we went through years on years without touching that playoff.
Oh man. Listen, we doing this for Kobe, man. This is for Mamba, man. This is Kobe, bro, and Gigi. You got to do it, man.
Yes, 100%. That legacy got to live on.
Exactly.
Put them trophies right next to the grave site.
Yeah.
Kareem, brother, I gotta let you know, time's the most finite thing we have on this earth. So I gotta let you know from the very beginning and the jump that I appreciate your time. I appreciate you fucking with me and fucking with the viewers. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely.
Speaking of time, Kareem, what's a normal 24 hours for you?
Wake up. I try to do I definitely meditate, but I try to think of 7 things that I'm grateful for. And then, get the day started, use the bathroom, and then drink my chlorophyll, take my vitamin C's, go work out. After the workout, come back, shower up, check emails. If I got some voiceover auditions, kind of get ready for that. I have an app, so I'm working on my app, and then another project that I'm a part of called Virtual Co-working, which is the new Black Zoom, which will be launching in about a week or 2. So just reaching out to people, really just trying to get the word out on both things, and working with my other co-founders. For FacePop, my boy Burvic Deculus and my boy Jerome Henry. So, just in the tech area, man, and just try to make things happen. And that's pretty much a 24-hour. Definitely talk to moms, check up on her, see how she doing. Grab something to eat, and then keep it pushing, man. Keep the work going.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need that other Zoom app, because
absolutely, for sure.
So if people just wants to add, I want to cut you out and be like, the rule is you got more than 3 people, then you got to have this pro membership. And I'll be I'll be having just me and one other person. You be putting a time on me when you feel like it. I'll be like, don't you get these people busy as shit? And you
man.
Fuck with my Zoom interview because you want to go ahead and control God on when you want to choose to do this. You got me fucked up. Link, run, man. We can run that up.
Done deal. I got you for sure. Yeah, man. I'm super excited. Corporate ambassador for virtual co-working, man. It's pretty much if Zoom and LinkedIn had a baby, it will be virtual co-working. So you get the video conferencing, but you also get to connect with people all over the world. The cool thing about it is they have a library that is at your disposal, and it has every piece of paperwork you need for an entrepreneur, a businessman such as yourself, from invoices to all the tax papers to writing a 1-page to an 8-page, grant, onboarding contracts, marketing, sales, everything is pretty much plug and play. So, you get that, man. And, their prices comparable, or if not, better than Zoom. You got a $15, $35, and a $99. That's pretty much it. So they got breakout rooms. You can stream. When you record, it goes straight to your Dropbox, so it don't live on those servers. So, if you got your Dropbox set up, it goes straight there. You do what you do with it, and voila. So yeah, I'm super excited, man. And some big things coming. Once again, it is Black owned. So, it's us. Ain't nobody else but us. So, we pretty much hold the key. And once we get in that market, man, we're gonna be competing with Zoom. So, we just need everybody to jump on board and start using it like you would use, like you've been using Zoom.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. And then, right now we're in a big network marketplace.
Absolutely.
COVID made a lot of people available. It's a blessing, and at the same time, it's a curse, because that's at home, that's used to being on the road, having to cook, clean, do other things we wouldn't do, because your spouse is there and she's expecting you. You got the responsibility of being accountable.
Exactly, man. So yeah, this was a big shout out to Matthew and Olivia. They actually came up with this, and it was actually birthed through this pandemic, man. So I'm just happy to be a part of it and see this thing take off.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely love to do all my interviews that I do social through that app. I'll make sure Snoop knows about this app too as well.
Yeah, absolutely, indeed. Yeah, me and Snoop go way back to baby boy. So, it's all love when he sees me every time.
Man, I got a quote for you, Kareem. Let me know how this quote relates to you, or if it doesn't, the ideas I want you to talk about it. Are you ready?
Okay. Yep.
Success to me is just being able to do what you love to do and support yourself all through. Nip the great Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, absolutely. I think and it just depends on what you define success. I think a part of that is valid. I think for me, man, success is being able to touch somebody or inspire somebody to be able to do something, and them actually taking what I either said or by action or doing, and actually taking that play, running it, and being successful, man. And to me, I'm a big proponent of seeing other people win, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing other success stories, because that's just how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. If you have the information, share it. If somebody can be able to use that and make it happen, that's the biggest blessing right there.
Yes. No, the whole point of why I have this show is, one, I want to be able to have a personal praise for your success story and all the other brothers and sisters, queens and kings that have came on this show, because you have been able to make a journey onto what they had a manifestation of, that they prayed for, that they did hard work behind, and put in the hours and hours into, for your instance, auditioning, for instance, learning lines, learning all these different ulterior things that have nothing to do with acting, but you got to be on top of it, just because the color of your skin may put you in an outside box. And that is fucked up, but it's a reality that we have to continue to train ourselves and prepare ourselves. And I want to know, did the game choose you, or did you choose the game?
Man, that's a good question, bro. I think a little bit of both, man. To be honest, I kind of knew earlier on what I wanted to do. I've been in this business since 1988. So like I said, I think it was a little bit of both, man. I chose it, and it chose me. To be able to still be in this business since 1988 is a true testament. We've seen people come and go in this industry, but by the grace of God, man, and having a village and my mom and support system to still be able to be in this game, and still be able to produce and do what I do, man, and love what I do, man, is a true testament. So I think it was a little bit of both, me choosing it and it choosing me.
With 32 years in the game, that is 3 decades. I'm 33 years old. You've been doing it since a year after I was born. I want to make sure I tell you, bro, that is most commendable and respectable in this game, because they don't understand longevity is something that you should be striving for. Not that paycheck, not that moment, but the longevity in your situations, because that's going to keep you going. And
Absolutely.
what was your first confirmation that you knew that, you know, acting, entertainment, and just, you know, being on the scene and on set is what you're supposed to do with your life?
Oh man, I think you know, being able to, you know, being in acting class, I think started it off for me, man. I started off at Marla Gibbs and Angela Gibbs acting class. And I was just happy to be in a class, to be in a creative space. And I think when it hit me, man, it's just, I started off doing extra work and I was just happy to be on set. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have no lines, but just really happy being on set, man. And you know, from that point on, man, I just really was just like, man, I love this feeling. I like how I feel it. I want to have this feeling, you know, going on. So, you know, for me, man, just starting off doing the groundwork, man, extra work, you know what I'm saying? Not having any lines and just being there, dude. And, you know, that's part of the process. And I think, you know, you have to love and enjoy the process. If you don't, man, then you got to get out of it.
See, you talking that Kobe talk, that Black Mamba talk. Because that right there is something you have to really respect, is the process. Because if you don't respect the process won't respect you, and you won't get across and collect go and keep it going when it comes to that Monopoly board.
That part, man. So, you know, it's like you said, man, it's taking, you know, taking a quote from Nipsey, man, it's a marathon, bro. And that's the mindset that I've had the whole time, is that, once again, we've seen people come and go. You know, for me, man, I love the process, the no's that came along with it just made me stronger and made me want to even go even harder and just really work on my craft, man. And, you know, I want to say, man, probably within the last 3.5 years, I feel that my career has taken a climb, you know, in the right direction. Not saying it's been bad all this time, but literally within the past 3 years. If I've been in this game since '88, the last 3 years have really, you know, really been really good career-wise, man. And it's just, you know, I'm just only scratching the surface, man.
Man, that just speaks volumes to, one, what it takes to be in this game, and two, when that patience hits that moment of it's time to be ready, you've been ready, and then you've been blessed for the past 3 years. You know, was talking about being an extra and just, you know, enjoying it. Personally, recently we had an opportunity to be with Brian Hooks on Adam and Eve's set up in Mill Valley or whatever. And so we was up there, and make a long story short, he allowed us, my family, my wife and I and our children, to be an extra inside the pizza spot. And we recognized that this is an opportunity. And so my daughter instantly, when she saw the camera on here, she's only 3 years old, she saw the pizza come out, she said, "Pizza!"
There it is. As natural can be, man. Kids just, they're so honest and pure, man. So that's the beauty of it.
So the producer came around the corner, and I forget his name, but shout him out. And he was like, "No, we got to do that again and catch her." And it was like, can you just ask for something? Now, granted, extras don't have any speaking lines.
No, they don't.
We had the blessing to have speaking lines now because he put the camera on it, so the focal point was there. And I got that ask for like cheese and peppers and ranch and spice it up. Like, oh, do that again. And it's just, it's important to recognize that, hey, this is this, they're asking you, but put some sauce on it, because you know what, that's going to stick out.
Exactly, man. That's right. Yeah, I'm excited, man. You know, I'm in that film, man, with Brian Hooks, man. So super excited to be a part of it. Grateful for the opportunity, man, and can't wait for people to see it, man. It's a totally different look from what Brian Hooks does, and you know, I think it's definitely gonna to be a hit and shock a lot of people.
Oh yeah. Netflix has something to watch out for, because they got that face form on the top. You understand?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Kareem, brother, you know, manifestation and prayer, we talked about it. It goes a long way, and hard work makes a dream a reality. What can you tell the listeners on your journey to manifestations?
Man, I manifest every day, dude. You know, it's interesting because I've always kept a job, and even when I was shooting season 2 of All American, I was working like 2 jobs. But I think what, helps me and what has helped me, man, is all the jobs that I've had. I look at them as only temporary. They don't define the end goal of what I'm trying to get to and what I'm trying to do. But while I'm at these jobs, man, I'm constantly visualizing where I want to be, what I want to do, and I'm being very specific about what I want to do, what car I'm driving, the weather, what clothes I have on, what studio I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? And literally, man, probably within literally a week ago, man, that vision and that manifestation came to fruition, man, of me just driving the set for season 3 of All American in my new car that I just got that, I manifested, you know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you, man, it doesn't matter where you're at. You can start right then and there. You don't have to make a plan of like, I'm gonna start next week, I'm gonna start this week. And I think God puts dreams and visions within you, man, so you have something to work for. So I'm a big advocate of visualization, manifestation, speaking it into the universe, believing it and knowing that it's going to happen, and then letting go of it, and then just take your steps towards it, man. So big advocate of visualization.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely an adversary in so many different people's lives.
Yep.
It's just, whether they're willing to admit it or whether they're willing to discuss it is the whole thing. But
Right.
thing right there is one of the most powerful tools you can use in your life. But
Yeah,
hard or manifestation and prayer without hard work is dead energy. And if you
there
want
it
to
is.
that energy, you can look like potential, and potential is like everything else on these streets.
There it is, man. You just dropped the bar for real, man. It's real, dude. And I think, even those jobs that I didn't want to be at, I visualized, you know what I'm saying? Those moments I would just sit there and really visualize being on a set doing what I love. And actually by doing that, that helped me get through my shift and put a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually felt like I was there. I actually felt like I was on set, on the trailer, reading lines, the whole 9. And that does something to you. It's thoughts become things. So you have to be aware of what you think, because if you're thinking anything negative, you're putting that out there in the universe, and that's going to come back to you. So even if you the littlest thing of stubbing your toe in the morning, and then all of a sudden you get the toothpaste and it squirts on your shirt, and you're like, oh damn, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But it started from maybe you stubbing your toe, pissed off. When you can just really think about what you're thinking about, thoughts become things, and really change that mindset. Once you start changing your mindset, everything around you changes.
Something else that you're not speaking about, and it's funny because you're a health guru and a food expert, but how much of the importance of eating correctly, eating healthy. If you're putting a whole bunch of junk into your body, you're not going to be that gut feeling, that intuition of I got to react. Something tells me I got to do something. And if you don't have that and it's all cloudy and full of nonsense, you won't be able to do that. That moment and opportunity is going to pass. And, the blessings, universe will come back around at some point, but you got to recognize it again.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a food expert, but I will say this. You are what you eat. So, if you're eating junk food, then, that's going to, cloud your memory and everything. But, for me, man, I just try to watch what I eat. Heavy on the vegetables, heavy on the fruits. You know what I'm saying? The only meat I really fool with is fish. Sometimes chicken, but really fish. But yeah, man, just really watching what I eat, man. A lot of, cruciferous and greens and legumes and nuts and berries, man. You know what I'm saying? Really just helps me. I feel full. I'm not heavy. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel heavy. I don't feel sleepy. So, you know, definitely, I definitely juice a lot too. So, you know, that's one of my things that I love to do. But just really watching what I eat, man. You know, it's that old saying. It's real simple. You are what you eat. If you eat junk food, greasy and all that other stuff, then guess what? You're going to feel like crap. You're going to look like crap. But, you know, if you see, or if you're eating vegetables and an orange or an apple, you know what I'm saying? It's good. You feel healthier. You feel lighter. You got energy, you know? So that's just kind of what I live by, man. And then, of course, being an actor, being on TV, you want to look your best, you know? So that's all encompassing being in this entertainment industry is really, you know, watching what you eat and staying healthy so you can look good and continue to look young.
You know, I want to commend you because you have taken your finances and taken and invested into a career or a field that is the next level, the next wave. And you know,
Yeah.
for people that's in California, they sleep on it so much because we're near Silicon Valley. We're near where all this huge billion-dollar industries are. And you know, for all the people out there that have great ideas and think of stuff but can't get to figuring out how to make it an app or how to make it into the tech field, can you give a little insight on, you know, what they can do to possibly take an idea and make it come to life?
Yeah, man. I think, you know, once you have the idea, go for it. I think for me, I surrounded myself with, you know, dope individuals and people who are smarter than me. My business partner, Burvick Decula, is a very smart guy, very thorough guy, and my buddy Jerome Henry. You know, these are guys who are very strong in certain areas. So I think, you know, where one lacks, everybody kind of picks up. But, you know, I think now, man, we have everything at our disposal. You got YouTube, you got Google, you have everything. If you don't know it, you can literally look it up. So, you know, for us, man, for me, it was just really diversifying my portfolio, not just being active, but actually going into the tech game. And I had a guy brother who created a few apps. So being around him, it just kind of rubbed off on us. You know what I'm saying? And then my buddy and I was just like, yo, we got to come up with an app. We got to really come up with an app. And for me, I saw, you know, Midnight Marauders album cover, with all the rappers' heads on there. And I was like, man, what if all of them can talk? What if you can send them in a text message? And, you know, for me, I was just like, yo, that's FacePop. You know what I'm saying? And my buddy Burvick and I, we kind of worked backwards, and, you know, we researched to see if there was anything in the market like it, and it wasn't. You know, we had FacePop idea way before Memoji and Animoji. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with that, we just worked backwards, and you know, we, like you said, we bet on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We raised money, we put that in there. My buddy Jerome came in, he saw the vision, he liked it, he put money up, and then we just ran with it, man. So we're 3 non-technical founders. And what that means is that we don't know how to code. We don't know how to do none of that, but we had the idea, we had the passion, we had the energy and the love, and we went forth, found us a CTO, which is a chief technical officer. That CTO we talked to, who we kind of gave the information as far as what we wanted the app to look like. He then helped us get an engineer, and the CTO and the engineer talk, that Swift, Python, you know, all that code and stuff that we don't know. That's what the CTO is for. That's your middle guy. So all the information and ideas that you want to give that to your CTO. Then the CTO kind of puts it in to that engineering, you know, vocabulary for him to be like, oh, okay, this is what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did, man. And we've been in the market for 2 years. We're in the Apple Store. We just secured some funds, so we're working on we're working a part of our app, which it will be our store, so we can start generating revenue to where we'll have, like, you know what I'm saying, hopefully a Snoop Dogg FacePop or Terrell Owens or a Lil Duval that you can download for 99 cents and use it in a text message. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing right now, man. And yeah, dude, this is just stuff that we didn't know. We found somebody who knew it. We asked questions. We YouTubed. We YouTube so much, man, and just Google, and, you know, found out what we needed to do, man. And we took those necessary steps to make it happen. And voila, you know, we got an app that's in the Apple Store.
You know what, Kareem, brother? I had an idea that popped up while you were speaking, and I'm just gonna give it to you, and you can do whatever you want with it. But leave it alone. But you know what? You should have FacePop make it a meditation where the FacePop is speaking, and it's allow a meditation for people to listen to just to breathe, and then it's
That's
their
dope.
favorite artist, favorite actor.
Listen. Listen. You on the right track, brother. That's exactly where we're headed with that, man. To where you get these FacePop alerts from maybe a Deepak Chopra to let you know about meditation today and what the mantra is today. You know what I'm saying? So you're definitely on the right track, man. That's exactly where FacePop wants to go, man. And we want to be able to touch everybody, to people with learning disabilities, kids, sports, entertainment, music, the whole nine, man. We want to be able to touch everything, and we know that FacePop will be able to do that.
Because something, we're from the hood, bruh, and we watch TV, we listen to music, we watch sports to idolize people because they got out, they were living the dream. And if you could make it where, because today not so many people sit down and watch TV, everything isolated to their phone, laptop, tablets, what have you. If you put that whole idea and make it where their face pops up and talks to you, and it's just one set or two set things, that's the same thing as watching TV as us as kids, because it's going to get us through that moment. It's going to have that Zen moment, that coping mechanism, and no, that's great.
Absolutely, man.
I wanted to make sure we spent some time on the importance of perfecting your craft. Put in hour after hour into your full gifts and putting your gifts on display. That's the master work ethic. That's 10,000 hours put in. That's an outline.
Malcolm Gladwell, the tipping point. Come on now.
Outline. Can you give the listeners an insight to the path you took to achieve your own personal success?
Yeah, man. I think, earlier I said, find something that you love. And you'll never work a day in your life. And for me, acting, being in the entertainment and the arts was it, and I took classes. I still study when I can. But I always say you treat your career like a bank account. The more you deposit into it, the greater your return. So if you only putting a couple of dollars in, then your return is going to be just that. But if you putting 110%, and every time you deposit, this is what I say, deposit something into your career every day, whatever that is. Whether you're looking up interviews on other actors, that's what I do. I go on YouTube and I look at Michael Caine, I look at Jeffrey Wright, I look at Denzel, Viola, all the actors that I admire, and I'll just watch interviews. Or I know Michael Caine has a video of, acting on camera. It's like an old video, but I'll watch it, and I'll watch it over and over again because each time I learn something. So, that's something I deposit into my career every day. A good friend of mine, Lelania, she was like, yo, what are you doing? I was like, oh man, I'm reading the Source magazine. She was like, but does it have anything to do with acting? And I was like, no, not really. She was like, well, what are you doing? I mean, you gotta put something and fill your mind with something that you want to do in life, your career, whatever that is. And from that day on, man, like, literally, I literally deposit something into my career, whether I'm working out, taking care of myself, photos, emails, you know what I'm saying, finding out what's going on, production wise, just any and everything that I can put my hands would be able to get to, man, and really put into my career, dude. So, find what you love. You'll never work a day in your life. Put 110% in it, because what you put in is what you get out of it, period.
Facts. What's funny is that I actually heard that statement of you got to make more deposits than you do withdrawals. Yep. And I was driving a limo, and there was a bachelor party in the back, like, all the fellas. And that was what I was drunk and screaming and telling his buddy, like, hey, when you get married, this is how a marriage lasts for 30 years. You got to make more deposits than withdrawals. If you
Absolutely.
do all this extra shit, she gonna leave your ass with half of that shit.
Right. Yeah, that's a bar for real. Yeah, you definitely got to make more deposits than you do withdrawals. Period.
You know, as this game is a roller coaster, there's a ton of highs and lows. And I've learned from asking this question that lows become highs. And so I'm like, you know what? I don't have to spend so much time on asking this question, but it leads me to my statement now. What has been your 3 most rewarding, dopest moments that you've been able to experience in this game?
Oh man, I think really being part of a film that changed culture, and that's Boys in the Hood. That's number 1. Number 2, you know, working with Clint Eastwood. You know what I'm saying? I never would have thought in my wildest dreams I'll be working, you know, with Clint Eastwood in a movie. And then really just All American, man, really has really been a true blessing that I don't take for granted. And so grateful for the opportunity to be working with a talented cast, but also working with Nkechi Okoro, who is the showrunner, who I met 10 years ago doing an episode of Bones, which was her first scripted show on television. And then working with my buddy Jamie Turner, who I met 20 years ago when I was working on The Shield. We became really good friends. And, you know, on The Shield, I auditioned for The Shield 17 times. So we talking about 16 no's before I got a yes. And then that yes ended up giving me 3 episodes on that, not 3 episodes, 3 seasons on that show. But, you know, to have that come full circle, to be able to work with those 2 individuals is a true blessing, man. And, you know, so those are my top 3 things, man.
Oh yeah, no, I think of that Rod Wave song, I Remember, and you know, my favorite part of that song is I took 1,000 no's just to get that one yes.
Oh, yes. Absolutely, man. Indeed.
And that one yes, it has a somewhat of a snowball effect. It starts going downhill for you. You're still gonna get some no's, but those no's are what's supposed to make you go along the path you're supposed to go. Because if you get that yes too soon, you wouldn't have had 3 seasons on this show. If you get yes too soon, you get cut off.
Advantage, or you don't recognize the blessing, or you're not present. You know, and for me, I really try to stay present and be present to where, you know, if I'm working, I'm present. I hear, I see, I feel, I touch those that are around me, and not thinking about what's the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah, man, just staying present.
So, brother, I'm gonna put a pause on the entertainment questions. I got a segment for you, and then we'll wrap it up. I got a segment called Impulse Q&A, and it's questions, and I wrote down earlier, so I want your impulse answers. And if you don't like the question, it's all good. Just say pass, but I still want you to answer 3 questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Question number 1. What is the funniest thing you've seen a kid do?
Be honest.
Whew.
Be honest. Your kids will let you know if they not messing with you, they not messing with you, period. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. Don't do nothing. Honesty. Just tell the truth.
My wife's a preschool teacher, right? And a couple years ago, I ain't gonna go too much into it, but a kid came to school and was like, I just couldn't sleep last night. And my wife was like, what's going on? What's wrong? You know, the general concern.
Yeah.
It was like, all I heard was pounding and screaming and moaning. And I thought somebody was hurt. And my dad, and so, yeah, you know, kids will tell the most stories.
Hilarious. Yeah, they just honest, man. That's exactly what it is.
Number 2. If you could redo any moment that you bombed, would you?
Ooh, absolutely. I think it's NCIS or whatever the show that LL Cool J's on. I think it was NCIS.
LA.
It was all bad, dude. I was doing way too much, and I wish I could have redone. I wish I could have redid that audition.
Question number 3.
Yes, sir.
One thing that you recommend everyone tries at least once.
That's a good one, man. At least try once. Cryotherapy. You gotta try it at least once. It's crazy, but you gotta at least try it once. And thank you to Russell Simmons for giving me that opportunity to try cryotherapy.
Shit, now you're gonna have me look it up just to see what it.
It's just when you've seen it, it's like a cylinder and it's cold.
Oh, that's where whatchamacallit got frostbite on his feet last year.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, Antonio, yeah, he stayed in there too long. But yeah, man, you gotta try it at least once.
So, brother, I gotta ask before we wrap up.
Yeah.
What is the goal long term? Because you said earlier there's so much more for you to do, and you just scratching.
Yeah.
I want to know what the surface look like once you touch it all the way across.
Man, definitely, a hit TV show, series regular. In between, what is the word? Dang, I just drew a blank. In between hiatus, working on a film, and then, once the film is done, back on TV, getting FacePop to be $1 billion app that gets bought. Also getting, virtual co-working in that space where it surpasses Zoom, and then, being able to reinvest into some young people that have an idea to be able to be an incubator and to give back, man. That's what the future holds. That's what's really being on top for me, is just seeing other people win and being able to give them the opportunity to win.
Yes. Whew. That is such power. Now, Kareem, if you notice, my show is different. It's a little unique. I got a segment because they say I gotta have segments, but I don't do segments like them. And I'm like, how do I get that same energy and close out? The viewers is coming. I'm gonna hit you with it. You got any questions for me?
What made you get started in this, man? What was it?
People telling me no. No, I can't work here. No, I can't join this. No. And, when you recognize you have a gift and you have this itch and you have a vision, eventually you're going to keep on moving to that ground matches your feet. And, your feet are attached to your body and you're there. And it's deja vu, but it's destiny. And, I had that moment of like, I thank you for saying no. I thank you for not hiring me. I thank you because I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them doing those necessary things.
Absolutely. How long you been married?
This is year 6. I've been with her for 12 wonderful years. I love my wife.
Wow. What is the secret?
Communication and fight fair.
Communication and fight fair. What is one of the proudest moments in your life?
My children. I was real active and wild before I, married my wife and had my first son. That's what slowed me down and really understand that life is too short. And if you do something that gets you removed from this life, you won't be son the same way your dad wasn't there for you. And so personally, when my son turned 4 and I waited 4 weeks afterwards, I threw a party because my dad passed away when I was 4 weeks after I turned 4. And so that's like something that's very important to me. And I'm very grateful that I get to be a part of his life and see him grow. He's such an amazing kid.
That's what's up, man. Indeed, brother. Indeed. What would you say would be a moment in life that you would want to do over?
So I could tell you, August 13, 2005, I committed a robbery, and that really messed up my trajectory of life. And I got arrested with my brothers, and I was 17, they were 18, and so they went to jail, county jail. I went to juvenile hall. And so I went through this whole thing. I just was in the front page of the Sunday newspaper for being homeless in high school and getting straight A's, directing plays, and just doing a whole lot of stuff. And then I was still active in the streets, and that shit caught up with me that night. And I wish that, I wish I'd have never went out that night and I could redo that night, because I was working for a senator. I was working for an oil refinery company that was going to give me $10,000 to go to college, and I decided to rob somebody for an iPod because I wanted to be cool and be tough. And that costed me literally so much of my future that I'm catching up to now.
Yeah, man. I think it's important too that, you know, everybody has choices, and the choices that you make can ultimately, you know, enhance your life or it can hinder. So you just have to be able to make the right choice.
Yes, yes.
Man, hey, brother, it's, you know, to hear your story just from talking to you, man, and to see where you're at now, man. You know, God bless you, and you know that's what it's about, man. Is redemption and being able to get that second chance, and still being able to still go at your goals and fight for it too, man. So definitely I commend you on that, bro.
I appreciate you, brother. That means a lot, especially coming from you, brother. And, you know, to be very honest, I wouldn't be smart or wise if I didn't say the next thing. Closed mouths are never fed and always hungry. If you ever need help, you ever need anything, I will jump, shoot, fly, run, crawl, depends on what you need me to do, but I get them to do it.
There it is, man. Indeed, man. So I definitely want to, you know, get you a part of the virtual co-working, because I think it's something that, you know, you'll be able to benefit off of as well, and just, you know, help you with what you have going on, man. So, you know, I'll definitely shoot you that link, and you know, if you have any questions, definitely hit me up, chop it up, and you know, you say what?
I would love to make them a sponsor of the show.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. We'll definitely make that happen, man. We'll definitely make that happen.
Absolutely, Kareem. I appreciate your time. It's Contrast Uncut. It's season 4, episode 28. I want to give a big shout outs to Uncle Snoop's Army and Bobby D Presents. I wouldn't be able to do incredibly dope shit like chop it up with Kareem Grimes about his HIS-tory and let them diamonds drop before they hit the ground. They shining because this brother put so many gems that won't touch the ground because it's meant for you to grab and hold before it touches. Thank you for coming on here, brother, and just being transparent and being just a wonderful vessel in society, brother. I thank you and appreciate you.
Thank you, man, for having me. I appreciate it, brother. Much success to you. You got great energy, man. Keep it up, man, and just keep winning, bro.
Thank you. That's it. Just stay on the winning
streak. Lakers!
Come on. Come on. We needed that shit.
Come on, man. West, we got to do it, man. West. Come on, man.
All day, brother. Blessings.
Hip-hop really taught me to give it all I got left. Wu-Tang taught us how to beat the projects and tell my story over beats and it could be a project. Look how it all begun. Bum skibbity bum. Yeah, grew up on that Nas, on that L, on that pun. Old soul when I was young. Crisscross make them jump. Battle rapping for respect, my nigga. This ain't what you want. Can I kick it when I'm rhyming? Be a legend through Ebonics. Was a sticker boy. Felt like sticky.
Man, I know you guys can't smell this right now, and I ain't talking about none of that other stuff. I'm talking about some of that good stuff, that smell good stuff. I think it's breakfast. What time is it? It's breakfast time. Make sure you tune in to Contrast Uncut no matter what you're doing. Whether you're eating breakfast, you're smelling good food like I'm smelling, or if you're smelling other stuff, we're good to watch too. Make sure you tune in. Thank you.